What's up, everyone? It's been a while. I've been gone, and I apologize for that. Life kind of gets in the way sometimes, and yeah, we had some video stuff we had made, and just never got a chance to edit it and upload it. I was gonna upload a bunch of stuff. You guys would be way behind, but I think I'm just gonna do is give you guys a brief little rundown of where we've been. I think the last video was at Springport. So we ended the year in 8th, third out of the 3 rookies, unfortunately. But yeah, we ended up 8th there. We went back to Owasso, and unfortunately just missed it by a lot. Just whether it was driver error or not enough motor, we missed the show. We went out there and we were as fast as we were last time when we were running 10th when we got wrecked, but we just didn't have enough to compete with the Midwest Mod Tour boys. You know, them guys are fast and they're racing every weekend just about, and got amazing programs they've been put together for years. So nothing to hang our head about. Went on a race a couple times at Springport. Felt like we really started to get a handle on the car. All year we were on new tires twice and just right sides. The last time would have been the 50 lap 4th of July show, which we finally got the car handling great, and then we ended up we were still messing with the brakes, and in that race it took me about 40 laps of the 50, and I finally figured out what the car liked for brakes and how to get it through the corner, and we passed 3 guys in 2 laps, and fortunately just ran out of time. We really needed a caution in those 10 laps, and we probably could have ran up to the front. I think we finished 6th or 7th, just outside the top 10. Not bad considering everyone else was on new tires to start that race. So fast forward, we raced a couple more times, had a couple good shows, kept our nose clean, got some experience. We decided not to run Hot Shoe. That Friday before Hot Shoe, they had a race at Corrigan, or formerly Spartan Speedway. Went there, got there late. It was just a crap show. Got there late by myself. Thankfully, Jacob Lounsbury and Jeff Lounsbury, who were competitors with me at Springport, jumped right in to help. And, you know, we went out. We had a really big carburetor on there, and it didn't like it. I had a carburetor on the way, but we didn't get it in time. Went out for qualifying. Blubbering, the car didn't like it, did not want to run right. We didn't have heat races. I get it changed 5 minutes before I got to go up and get in line for the feature. We get it changed. We were supposed to start inside or on the pole, but we tapped to the rear, so it put us back there. We get a couple warm-up laps, and I backed way off, and the car felt amazing. I think our issue all year has been a carburetor issue as far as some of the explosiveness with the motor we felt, and some handling issues. The car felt way more responsive. It was controllable. It was so much faster. We made one lap, come back around, and first place had no brakes, spun out second place, and everyone kind of accordion effect stacked up, and I made an error and locked the brakes up to avoid people, and we went head on to the wall, and non-driving fucks go out for the feature and their brakes don't fucking work, and they fucking stack everyone up. The wall, and as you can see, there ain't really much left of this car. I'll get up here on the trailer. That'll really give you some perspective of just how tweaked the car is. You can see this bar's like that bar's like this. It's actually broken right there. If you look down here, this is all pushed over. Obviously, the right front's killed. Took out the shock. Motor mount, we folded the motor mount over. You can see it kinked the frame here. This tube's bent, folded it in there. Folded this here, actually split that open. And crack there, cracked here. Pushed this all up, cracked it up in there. You can see, bent the mid plate back, and as you can see, here's the, it really shows you just how bad it got bent up. So this car is not junk. This car can be fixed. It can be cut off and clipped. We've got a hold of a friend of ours we race against who's going to clip it for us. I sold the car, but it's going to remain a backup to the person I sold it to for me. So this car, Vengeance, is going to make a comeback. And who knows what'll end up happening, but basically everything will come off this. I still got to pull what's good on the front end off, the MSD, the rear end will come out, brakes, all that. We've stripped the vast majority of the stuff out. You can see the rear end's still in. We got to get this out, shocks out, rest of the fuel lines. A lot of stuff's going to come off this. We ended up getting a chassis given to us by a really good friend of mine, Tim Lahar, who's been a long-time sponsor, who's helped me in my racing career since I started getting into those big cars, and he's been huge support. Some of you may know one of my best friends, like my brother, my mentor, Trey Dubel. He's no longer with us. We built a car to go to Florida. This was back in the winter of 2017. We built the car to go to Florida. We never actually went. He ended up racing this car a couple times. It got wrecked at one point and then sold a couple hands, and this was sitting behind Lahar's shop. I was gonna fix Vengeance and drive that. I was fully ready to go to drive that. You know, it was gonna be a lot of work. And then he said, here. Tim, I went and talked to him, and he's like, you can have it. He gave us this chassis. Now, I know there are going to be some people, oh, you got a chassis given to him. There are some people out there who, yeah, do they deserve probably get one given to them? Yes. But I've worked so hard by myself with just the money out of my pocket, 99.9% of it. We have sponsors that help, but we don't have a big operation. I do most of the work on the car. I drive the car. John and I do the setup on it. But 90% of everything is me. I don't have tons of help. This car is sitting outside because we won't fit in our garage. So we're going to do right by this chassis. The nice thing with this is just about everything from the other car will bolt on, besides some front end parts, which is fine. So this thing is just spray. We threw some paint on it just for the time being, so we don't got any rusty tubes or anything like that. I do have some fabrication to do, fill in some rivet holes, changing a couple things I don't like, going over some welds on certain things. But other than that, we really don't have a lot to do with this chassis. Everything will go on. Our plan is to have this car done, going off to get a body by February. That's the plan. We got a pretty cool idea for next year as well. We're going to do a suicide awareness. As someone who's struggled with that themselves, Trey, I've got a lot of friends and family who have struggled with it. I know a lot of people have. So this is going to be a suicide awareness car. The frame will be teal. The body will be white base color with a teal and purple lettering. I think it's going to be really, really special and really cool. So a little bit different for me. Most of our cars are always in red and white, or black and orange, or black and white. Like, this is gonna be a little different for me, but I'm excited for next year. I don't 100% know exactly what our plan is yet for next year, but I'm gonna get this video edited and put up just so I can kind of keep some people in the loop of what's going on. Again, I'm sorry. I had videos, it was the heat of the season, and there's a lot of stuff going on, so I wasn't able to have the time to sit down and edit and get things posted, as well as other things in life going on, racing and stuff like that. It was a little, just got to be too much. So I apologize. We're going to be back to getting videos going. We'll have hopefully a lot better content with the new car. But that's it. Again, I want to thank everyone who does watch, who does subscribe, who does like. It's huge. Really huge. The YouTube world is weird because there's so many people out there that do it, but not a lot of people succeed. I want to succeed, so I'm going to try my hardest. But yeah, thank all of you from the bottom of my heart. We'll come at you in another video. We're out.